I still remember when I first played the original Doom and was thinking to myself how much fun it is. And when it returned in 2016 as a reboot, I was not convinced. But I couldn't have been more wrong. Playing the Doom and Doom Eternal has been so enjoyable that I remember having either of these games as my go-to every time I felt like playing a first-person shooter. This feels like one of the only game franchises that puts all the power in the player's hands. And today, we are talking about the latest installment of this franchise, The Dark Ages. So let's see if this game is as good and more importantly, if this is worth the price that Bethesda is asking for us to pay. The Dark Ages might be the third part of the reboot series, but it is actually a prequel to the first two games. This game explores the rage and legend of the Doomslayer. It also sets up the ancestral history for some of the characters, such as the Khan Makers. But mostly, it is a whole different arc, without much connection to the previous games. The story revolves around Argent D. Nur, a planet where the Sentinels originated, being at war with Hell, and their biggest weapon is, you guessed it, the Doomslayer. The Prince of Hell, an archdemon named Azrak, continues to attack the planet for the Heart of Argent, which is known to grant unspeakable power to its owner. The Dark Ages has brought in a lot of characters to follow and keep the story engaging. The cutscenes have been created cinematically and never overstay their welcome, and the story continues to be crisp and interesting. After the first two Doom games, having a different story is actually a relief. There is also the continuous battle of the Doomslayer with the Makers, who are responsible for controlling him. This game is also where you get to live the ancient lore of the Doomslayer. The game is split into 22 chapters, and the cutscenes mostly appear at the beginning or end of each chapter, which helps with uninterrupted gameplay. When I was playing Doom and Doom Eternal, I never felt like I was playing two different games. It always felt like two chapters of the same game, with small additions to Eternal such as the dash and spike chain for the super shotgun. This has always been my complaint with this series, a lack of uniqueness. This makes it even more difficult to justify the price for a new game, when all you get is the same game with different cutscenes. But the Dark Ages has done a lot of this differently. We now get a lot more weapons. There is still the same old weapon wheel which slows down time when you access it. But now each slot gets two weapons, which can be swapped at the click of a button. So shotgun and super shotgun only take one slot now. So overall, you now get 12 weapons to choose from. But I was still mostly using the super shotgun and the machine gun, with some random switch-ups every time I felt bored. The overall theme of the game remains the same. You are the strongest and everything can be killed with some effort. This makes using any weapon fun. And the biggest addition of all is the shield saw, which is basically a shield with, you guessed it, saw blades. And it is used in a lot of glory kills. Throwing the shield to cut through demons like grass is fun each time I do it. And it can also be used to zip across the map and smash yourself shield first into any target. Where there is a shield, there is also a parry. So you can either defend yourself from all the attacks or last minute defend yourself against green colored attacks to activate parry, which essentially reverses the attack. They have also introduced runes, which are activated upon a successful parry. As for difficulty, the game can go from super easy to absolute hell in a matter of seconds, but you always have melee attacks, which can either be a punch, a flail, or a dead mace, based on your choice and obviously the unlock status. And this is the variety that has been somewhat missing in Doom. Some demons which posed a bit of a threat in the previous games now feel like cannon fodder, because there are now stronger demons taking their place. There are leader fights every now and then, which can boost your maximum health, armor, or ammo. But the best part is that you no longer have to look for those small upgrade robots to level up your weapons. You now have these shrines, which are basically shops, where you can spend gold, ruby, or amethyst to make your weapons better. As for currency, gold is common, but the other two have to be found in secret areas. Doom has always been a point and shoot game, and this game continues the trend. But to spice things up, you now also get these mini games, where you are operating a turret, flying a dragon, or are literally in a Megazord. All of this keeps the game from getting monotonous and keeps you engaged. The overall campaign has 22 chapters, each of which should take you 30 minutes on average. Maybe more if you are on the lookout for all secret areas. Secret areas get you more currency, weapon skins or collectibles. This brings the campaign length at 11 to 14 hours of total madness. Instead of being just another level in Doom, like the Doom and Doom Eternal, the Dark Ages delivers on being a new arc for this franchise. It promised to be as good as the Doom, but delivered much more. Adding this to a non-interrupting storyline gives us the Doom we all deserve. That didn't sound right. But this installment is a much needed refresher for this series. As for the price, not so much. Paying $70 or 6,000 rupees for a 12-hour campaign sounds insane. The most I would be okay with is $30, or better, just buy the Game Pass for a month, play it and move on. Cost aside, Doom is still one of the most satisfying first-person shooter you can find, and I highly recommend it to all FPS lovers. Overall, I rate this game a solid 8 out of 10. I think that it is time to evolve to a more open game with optional side missions, which would let us savor this expensive game a little more, while also breaking away from the inevitable monotony every now and then. Let me know in the comments what you feel about this game and what you liked best. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and see you all in the next one. Until then, keep dooming. Keep gaming.